Hello there everybody, before I start off this little episode of What's My Loadout, I just wanted to spread some news about the Warframe of the month, pretty much. He's gotten another rework, he's my main, and there's a bunch of other stuff to him too. And I'm talking about Hydroid. And by the way, for those of you who are on PC, the Hydroid Grax skin is now available from Tenogen. It is a pretty sexy looking skin. I enjoy it. It is a good way for me to actually get my alternate color scheme on. So yeah, that is pretty cool. But I'm going to just list off some changes here because I don't want to make a whole video based around Hydroid again until Hydroid Prime comes out. So basically, what you want to know is his base energy has been increased again. So we have, let's see, we have about 125 energy, and I think that his base before was just 100. So that's pretty good. I like it. So with a fully upgraded primed flow, you should get about 580 energy altogether. So that's pretty cool. Another change that has happened is for, let's see, I'll kind of do it from here. From Tidal Surge, you can actually you can have your allies actually shoot into the puddle and actually do damage that way. But that's not all with the puddle, because DE is not giving up on the puddle, and I applaud them for trying to make some use out of an ability that most people would perceive as a joke. You get more damage per second out of it, and it synergizes even more so with Tempest Barrage. It shreds through enemies now. It really, really does. Or, well, Undertow and that. So, yeah. Another thing that has happened is Tentacle Swarm has actually changed once again in a different way than you might expect. Whenever a tentacle actually grabs on to an enemy, it does not fling them around wildly anymore. It actually keeps them... God, Lotus. I'm trying to tell people stuff with my hair being all weird. Ugh. But basically the tentacle actually keeps the target level. So basically, if you have a crit weapon while you're running Hydroid, you can actually aim and potentially get headshots while your enemies are trapped in the tentacles, which is a good thing for bigger enemies. So I just want to let you guys in on that stuff, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode of What's My Loadout. Let's go. Everybody, this is Ostuni, and welcome to another episode of What's My Loadout for Warframe. And today we are going to be checking out my loadout that I use for Nekros Prime. This is another loadout which I have not actually touched for a good little while, so don't chastise me in the comments about what I decide to put on there. In fact, if you know of a better loadout, I will take suggestions for it, and I think in the future I will do revisited episodes whenever I actually get good suggestions for builds. So, without further ado, let's get to the fashion frame, because everyone loves fashion frame. And because fucking fashion frame, that's why. Somebody left a comment a little earlier today on the Frost video. They liked whenever I was like, cause fucking fashion frame, that's why. So yeah, shout out to you, person. You're good people. Alright, so, for my attachments, it's pretty simple. What I have is, mostly I have the Acanthus Prime set for legs and chest. And in case you guys are wondering about the Acanthus, I'm sorry to say that you're probably not going to see it again for a pretty good while, because the Acanthus set was given as the Prime accessory set with Nekros Prime. So that's gonna be a little bit probably before you get the opportunity to get that again. However, this though is not. This is the Neberis shoulder piece, kind of like a little bat wing there. And I'm not sure if they made it available permanently now. If they haven't, the time that you want to look for these is around Halloween, because they are a Halloween themed skin. And for my Cyandana, I also have the Uru Prime Cyandana. That Cyandana also came with the Hydroid Prime Access Accessories Pack, and I fucking love it. It works with a bunch of different Warframes. I have it on my main configuration for Hydroid because it looks like a fucking, like, manta ray fucking stinger of death and shit like that. It's fucking cool. So that is how I have my Nekros set up. Actually, do I have any good alternate color schemes? Kinda. Like, this one's more of a Pakal based one, I think. Yeah, this one's the Pakal set on this one. So in case you guys are wondering about that, that is available in the actual in-game store. I think it's the Hunhao bundle, and I think that's the only way that you can actually get this, is to buy that whole bundle. I could be wrong though. And then C, oh, this is actually kind of cool too. I like this. C is actually my alternate color schematic, because I have white, purple, and let's see, black, white, purple, and gold is my main color scheme that I usually use. However, I have an alternate in case that doesn't work, and it's this kind of really dark cyan with this dark magenta kind of color here, and I use a orange color for that. And then for my metals, I usually use a gunmetal or silver for that. And just to let you guys in, for my regular color scheme, I usually wind up going with a green energy color. So that is that. But for those attachments there, I have the Porta set on everything. And for that Cyandana, it is the Citadella Prime Cyandana, and that came with Valbon Prime's access accessory pack. So once again, another access that you guys probably won't be seeing for a while unless you got it whenever it was out. But now, need to go ahead and change back. Okay, so now for my weapons, I decided to go max edgelord and go as edgy as possible, so I put Dread on him. Let's see. As far as this build goes, I probably need to put another forma on it. If you guys have any suggestions about what it is that I should actually be putting on it, feel free to leave constructive criticism, and I will include it more than likely in the revisited video. So right now I've got it built for crit. You really want to do that with this weapon, because just with point strike, you can actually get up to that 125% chance, which allows you to go for orange and red crits. So that is pretty awesome. You have your serration maxed out, you have your split chamber, a vital sense to get the most out of that crit damage, and then I have 2 dual stat mods, because you can actually get to a pretty decent number as far as status chance. I have speed trigger because I don't have primed shred quite yet. I'm a little ways from that, but as soon as I get that, I will be putting that onto all of my bows because it looks pretty fucking snazzy. So yeah, that's that. As far as my sidearm, I have the Jagara, and this is probably a sidearm that you guys haven't seen in a long time, and this, honestly, if I had to be really honest with you guys, at the time, I just really didn't know what else to put on them, and I was like, ooh, they look like they're fucking bladed pistols, like the Tigris looks like it's all bladey and shit like that. So, let me show you how I've modded for that, and I actually did pretty good with this one. You got your Hoarded Strike, Barrel Diffusion, Lethal Torrent to give the max amount of base damage that you could do possible, and then simply 4 status mods. I've only formed this one time, which means that you will have to do it to at least get 1 extra or 1 polarity on this. It comes with no polarities right off the bat. I will probably have to form this again to get it pretty good. But here's the thing, is with those 4, 95.9% chance, status chance, which is great. If you guys have any suggestions for what I should be using in this last one, I would be welcome to it. I'm not sure exactly what I would do though, because this already looks pretty fucking good in my opinion. So actually that's kind of cool, because like it's a random weapon, and maybe you guys may have seen that and be like, 95%, fuck yeah, I'll try that. So yeah, hopefully you guys get something out of this. Well, I mean, you're watching, so Reaper Prime is the last one, and this one was pretty much a no-brainer. If I'm going to be Reaper, I'm going to have the I'm going to have a scythe. Even though that's very stereotypical, I wanted to save my Galatine for another layout, which you guys will probably be seeing later on. But I have the Stalking Fan as far as my stance goes. Probably the best way to go as far as scythe stances. It is the better of the two by far, because you can actually travel as you're hitting stuff, and especially if you're doing the combo where you actually block to start it off, it travels pretty well. So it is definitely worth getting. If you're gonna use scythes, I would recommend it. But actually that's also something else interesting, because I've never seen a dash polarity for a stance. I only really see that for like an like a Warframe augment, you know what I mean? Kind of weird. But whatever. Got your prime pressure point. I need to max that out at some fucking point. Then you got your Berserker, because it already has 20% crit chance, which is good enough. But I decided to stack the odds in my favor, I guess, because I have body count to increase my combo duration, and I have Blood Rush, so that I get extra crit chance as I go. And then basically I would... This weapon is not built for status, but just so that I could actually get my dual status elements on there. I did the dual element mods, so all 4 of them are on there. You only get to about 33.6%. So if you really want to maximize damage, invest a little bit more Forma and just go with the 90 with the 90 damage mods, and you'll probably come out a lot better. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Oh, I only have 3 of them on there? Well, still, like, with 3 of them on there, like, if you're gonna build for status, it should be much higher up. Like, if it was closer, like, 75 or 80%, I would consider it, but yeah, Buzzkill is on there too. That's where I actually get a lot more damage out of. So yeah, that's how I pretty much build for Nekros Prime. And as far as... Wait a minute. It seems like there's a big-ass elephant in the room. I bet I know what it is.
Operator, you have remembered
It's
well
that
how
I
to
forgot to
handle
actually show you guys his actual Warframe layout. So this is actually kind of weird right here, because usually most Warframes, especially Primes, have a polarity associated with their ore slot. So I would say if you wanted to get a nice little chunk of capacity for Necros, just modify the polarity of the aura slot and you'll get a extra 7, or on top of whatever, you know what I mean. But build is pretty simple. Got redirection, stretch, got intensify, vitality, continuity, streamline, and primed flow. Now I know what you guys are probably going to ask me is like, where's your fucking like mods and everything that have to do with it? I was like, well, I haven't fucking picked them up yet because I'm dumb. I don't know, shit. But for me, the way that I would want to use Nekros, because if I'm gonna farm, I'll probably pick Hydroid. Not because he's better or anything like that, but just because I have more fun with him in general. But if I'm gonna do a augment mod for Nekros, it's probably gonna wind up being the one that augments his undead army ability, which is pretty cool. Alright, so what am I gonna do to show you guys a little bit of this in action? You know what, let's do a solo exterminate. I think that's pretty straightforward. And that way it's something a little bit different, because I know that I have done a lot of Heracon. I did a little bit of mobile defense last time as Frost, and that kind of went eh. So I'm gonna see what I can do in exterminate.
All Corvus threats.
We'll put an end to this Corvus greed.
And I just thought about this. If you guys are wondering about my companions as far as setups go, a lot of them, there is no real logic to any of them. Oh god, I miss using a bow because, like, just being able to catapult one enemy into a bunch of others is just fucking awesome, and I love it! Fucking love it! Oh, Jesus, like, he is terrified. Just come here. I'll kill you. Yeah, I did it. Alright. Let's see. Let's get some side action going. Alright, let's get some undead. Summon your dead, motherfucker! So this is that stalking fan stance in action. Like I said, you can actually travel a little bit easier with it. Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's the regular combo where you can actually get some movement speed. It's actually pretty cool. See how that last little movement, you have that kind of AoE kind of move at the end, which is awesome. Because I hate the other one. I hate the other stance mod with a fiery passion. Like, it is just not good. Which is kind of weird because, like, if you guys have watched my Hydroid video, I kind of alluded to the fact that I actually like the silver stance mod for bow staffs a lot more than I actually like the gold one, which I believe is Clashing Forest, I think. So yeah, I really like that one. Like, if the silver one was actually good for the actual side, I would use it. But it's just not the case. So I'm not going to use it. So fuck it. Yeah, that's kind of a random thought. I actually saw that on one of the dev streams, actually the last one I think, that we're going to be getting another stance for pole arms, which ought to be interesting because it, like, the thing is that I actually saw the animations, and the animations on paper, they look, oh my god. I did not even notice you there, Ambulance. Oh shit. You know what, let's do Terrify. Jesus Christ. Oh god. I was not expecting this, nor did I want it. Oh fuck.
My ambulance. What have
Did I
they
get
done
him?
to her? Fix this.
And hack.
Time to break in.
Oh, you actually do help me. Jesus. That thing is a killing machine. Alright. So let's see. Alright. Let's get some dual pistol action going on. Let me show you. Ooh. That is, that's hardcore. Something still back here? Is it ambulance that technically counts as the enemy back there? I'm gonna be mad if it is. No? Oh. Hold on. Can I... Ooh, I got an idea. Oh, wait. Oh, I got him. Yes! I am an ace at shooting shit through walls. Hell yeah. Alright, so let's keep it going. Alright, there we go. Ah, fuck. Yeah, come here. Ah, jeez. You know what? Hold up. This is much better. Yeah. Alright. Shit, now I gotta fucking hack a console. Yeah, I should have just completed that earlier, but I'm just gonna be dumb.
Let's get going.
Get on the face camera. Like a bitch. God, they got some recoil on them. I've noticed that. Maybe that should be the last thing that I actually form of this particular weapon for. What do you guys think? Should I form of this and get some reload stability, or do you think I should try another weapon altogether? Let me know down in the comments below. Come on. There we go. There we go. Hell yeah. Oh shit! No. Fuck you. Alright. Almost done. Almost done, everybody. This... Don't worry. Oh, jeez. I was gonna say that I would laugh if I could actually revive Ambulance and actually use him as one of the zombies. That'd be so fucking cool. Oh, kind of cooled myself off a little bit there. Well, I need it because it's god dang Alabama and fucking summertime over here. In case you guys ever are wondering like why you can hear a little bit of a fan in the background, trust me, it is necessary. It is definitely necessary. I cannot stress that enough. It's necessary. It's fucking, oh god, that's embarrassing. Definitely need some kind of new weapon. I'm not sure what it's gonna be for Nekros, but I'll look at it at some point. Like whenever I do revisit it, I'll probably do it. Maybe I'll use a little bit more logic and be all like, well, maybe I should just do an automatic weapon or something. I was gonna say maybe the Mutalist Cernos just so that I can get that little AoE bubble. Because I have a Warframe that I actually put the lens on, by the way. And I love the lens. The lens is fucking awesome. I don't know, like, if you haven't tried the fucking lens yet, you really need to. Because the lens is amazing. Like, I think I might actually have to do Nekros again, just so I can actually show you how good that weapon is. That, and I don't mind showing off Nekros, because I actually did change some things about him now that I think about it. So yeah, I'll be doing that at some point. It probably won't be the next video, but it'll be sometime in the near future, because I announced it on Facebook, and I'll close out with the, this little announcement, I guess. in this video. So I'm going to be doing one of these videos, what's my loadout, or something Warframe related every day all the way up until Hydroid Prime's release, because they have officially announced that we got about 12 days until Oberon Prime access ends, and shortly after Hydroid Prime begins. So that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to know when the next episode is coming out. The next episode will be my Wukong build, which is actually one that I'm kind of interested in playing because I remember Wukong pretty fondly, but I just haven't played as him in a while. Kind of like Nekros. So any criticisms game-wise, this is more like me going back through old stuff that I played as, like, pretty frequently, but haven't in a while, so, yeah. But, question of the day, guys. How do you guys build for Nekros Prime, and what weapons do you use for him? Pretty much the same as the other episodes that we're going to have in this series, but hey, it needs to be asked. What do you guys do whenever you're building Nekros Prime? I'd like to know, get some suggestions, some feedback, do a revisit episode, and just have one badass fucking Reaper of Destruction of Death. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Ostuni, signing off. Grrr!